Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you, getting into my sinking funds and setting them up for the month. As you can see here, I have all my beginning balances, which were my ending balances for the previous month, which was March. And that's what I had left for the closeout. You can see some reds here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. These negative numbers just mean I need to play catch up for specific things that we had already prepaid for, and I'm paying myself back, and I'm doubling the amount that these different categories are. We are still debating on Amazon Music. My husband has decided he may not want to keep using it, and that's okay. So I don't know. We'll see. He does use it quite frequently, but he might start using the free versions. And, you know, if that's what he wants to do, I'm still going to fund it and get it fully funded, or at least get to the point where I've repaid what we've already got this year. And if he doesn't want it next year, because I've already paid for a year, when March comes around again, I'll have it fully funded. But if he doesn't need it, I can move that money to somewhere else in this. DoorDash, we're definitely still using frequently enough, and it's saving us money, so that is fine. And then tax prep, it was just $10 more than what I paid last year and what I saved up. So I'm just going to repay that this month, and we're going to go from there. I do have gifts here sitting here at zero. I normally put $100 for gifts, which is our Christmases and birthdays, but I'm not doing that this time. This time I'm kind of leaving it zero, because what happens here, the number I come up with here goes from my checking account to a savings account, and all these funds kind of sit there in a savings account, and then I use some of them throughout the month. Like this month, I have 3 items that I need to pay for. So that would be Canva, it's come due this month, as well as home maintenance. There's something I bought last month I need to repay the credit card for. And then trash is due this month. And I'm going to have specific numbers that zero a couple of those out, and then which is the Canva and the trash, but the the home maintenance, that's just a category where we carry perpetually a balance in there of money, so we can use it to buy stuff for lawn maintenance, or we can have money to pay for like a plumber or somebody to come out if there's an issue. I think home maintenance is capped off at $600, and I think we're going to cap off car maintenance as well as $600, because anything above that, we really need to figure out where that money's coming from. I don't want to keep too much money in this account and just have it grow too big when it's not necessary. These are for necessary bills that build up once a year, and then I pay them off, or things that happen throughout the year and I get to use them. So that is what we're going to do today, is find out how much I'm going to deposit. And at the end of the month, we're going to see what is going to withdraw. Definitely the 3 things that I already mentioned, and then we'll have an ending balance for the month. Now, most people use cash and cash envelopes. I personally just move money into a savings account, and I run it on a ledger like this. This is how I learned to do it with electronically with Sara Marie Stickers. On her channel. She hasn't been on for a while. She just got back from spring break. I don't know if she's going to start videos again, but this is how I learned to do sinking funds from her, and I really love that. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, the way I decide how much money goes into each category is basically taking the total that I need, dividing it by 12, and putting a little bit away every month. Every month that builds up, by the time the bill comes due, I have exactly what I need, or close to it, or just a little bit above it, and then I make decisions from there. But these sinking funds are perpetual. They continue month after month, and as long as I need them year after year, they stay they never get fully funded, because they are always being used by the time they get fully funded. So that is how I run my sinking funds, and I just enjoy doing it that way. So let's move my notebook and get my calculator ready. Currently I have $75.36, and I need to make a deposit of $12.56. Now, my deposit's one total deposit, and they all fall in these categories. So that's how much I'm putting for that one. Amazon Music, I've been doing $19. and 26 cents a month. Again, this is where I set it up and borrowed money from myself, and then I'm fully funding it, and then going to have fully funded for next year, kind of when the bill comes due. Because I think Amazon Music is due in March. So we just started this one, and then it's going to come due again. Apple 365, that is Microsoft 365 for Apple products, and I pay a subscription for that, and that is $6.19 a month. Xander Identity Theft, that is going to be $12. Norton Utilities, which is my husband's security for his laptop, is $5.30 a month. Canva, so Canva's due this month, and it's $119.40. So I'm going to actually go ahead, tomorrow is the 6th, and that is when the money is going to be taken out or charged to the credit card. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down. I've already gotten a statement saying exactly how much. So I know this is not going to change, and this is going to bring it to 0. And then I start new again next month with $10. So this will be the ending balance for April, and then the beginning balance for May. So that is that. Epidemic Sound is the music you hear that I do my sticker, laying down these stickers. I play along music, about 3 songs I think it is, about less than 10 minutes long. And then also the intro and outros to my music video, or my videos, not music videos. Epidemic Sound, I'm putting $12 aside. DoorDash Pass, we're getting caught up on this. It's $16. Home maintenance, I'm doing $50. I know I'm going to have to pay back $59.11 for something we purchased last month. It was a grub kill for our yard and stuff. So I'm going to actually total that one up. I did need the calculator once. All right, so we are at $135.90. I don't think we're going to buy any other yard stuff or home maintenance stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that, and this should stay the same. If not, I have an erasable pen. I can make corrections on here, not a problem. Okay, so the next thing I have is Orkin, and we're doing $52 a month. Propane is $20 a month. Trash this month is, I have the bill, it's $84.98. That's going to come out in a few days as well, so that means I needed to add $24.98. And that brings this back to 0 again. Usually with my sinking funds, except for like home maintenance and car maintenance where I might have multiple purchases, most of these are just one-off purchases, so I go ahead and do totals for them every time. And this is all I needed to complete the bill for the trash and start 0 and fresh for the new month coming in May. So car maintenance, we have $50. It's also why I leave the rest of these blank, because if I do need them throughout the month, I can go back and put the charges in. Taxes and tags, this is for our vehicles. That'll be coming up in June, I believe, is when I normally pay for it. And I just take the previous year's taxes and tags for both of our vehicles, which are getting pretty old, and I divide that by 12, and that is where I get my number from. So $20 is all I need to put aside for now. Tax prep is now, see, this year it was $250. And the reason I go see somebody and spend a lot of money on getting the taxes done correctly by a professional, because they are the experts, and I'm not when it concerns 2 states. We still had things going on in another state from when we moved here from Virginia, and Virginia just didn't stop charging us tax. I don't know why. So we finally got that straight, And then next year we're doing one more, this year we're doing one more Roth conversion later this year. And that should move everything from our traditional Roth to our, which is pre-tax, to our post-tax Roth and get that tax paid for, and then we should be done. So I'm still going to use a tax person for that to make sure I pay the proper amount and not more and not less on what I need to pay for our taxes next year. And after that, I should be able to do them on my own, and I won't need tax prep. So if it's $250 a year divided by 12, that gives me almost $21. So I'm going to put $21, and then I'm going to add this 10, so it's $31. And that'll get me caught up for next year. So we should be good to go then. Again, 0 for gifts because I've spent money on gifts and it's already charged to the credit card and I've already made a payment. So we're good to go there. And we didn't need to put it and save it. So we spent it and we're good. And then I've been doing $50 a month on escrow last month and this month. This is for any shortfall that we may have in our escrow account for, I think, property taxes for our area and things like that, or adjustments to our insurances or whatever. I want to make sure I have some money put aside for escrow. I think $300 to $500 is normal for what I've done for our homes since 2019. And that's the average shortfall for a year. Except for the 1 year this house appreciated very quickly. And it was like over $1,000. So, but I want to make sure I have some money put aside. So when it comes up, I don't have to let it roll in with the mortgage. And that money can be put to good use and saved up for that. So that is what I have here. I don't know why I never thought of that before, but that's what I have here. Dividends are, it's not increasing in dividends because I don't have enough cash in this money market account to actually accrue dividends right now. The way the market is right now, it's just a little crazy. So I'm not, oops, I rewrote the number. I meant to put 0. So I didn't get any dividends again this month, and that's okay. We did get dividends in our high yield savings, which was $81.21. We did pull out $15,000 again against this last month. If you saw my closeout video or my paycheck 2 video, you would have saw that. So that is it. I'm not going to pull any money out. This $19,000 here is at least 6 months or 6.5 months of savings for what we need for expenses and income and all that stuff. If my husband happened to lose his job and we need a new job or something like that, which I don't see happening because they love him. They just gave him a raise and raised his category as far as his environmental status. He went from a 1 to a 3, so we're really excited about that, and I'm really happy about that. So I don't think we're going to need that for that kind of emergency, but I don't want to touch it. I just want to let it sit and grow and leave it alone and forget I have it. So that's what I'm going to do there. I might do a savings line item, dividend savings / savings here, and add more to this if we have cash left over. But right now I'm too much in debt to even put money into savings. So I don't know when that's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. But this is my sinking funds so far. Now I really need the calculator because I need to total up what we have here for our deposit total for all the sinking funds combined. So I'm going to total this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's $390.69. We actually planned or budgeted $490.69. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let me take a look. Alrighty. So sinking funds $490.67 and we are doing $390.67. So yes, I had pre-planned $490, but I have that Amazon unbudgeted purchase for gifts, and I put it in my weekly check-in week 1 unbudgeted line item, and that's where the money came out. It's a $109 transaction. We're just going to eat the $9 and some change for what was the difference between the $100 in gifts that I did not fund in sinking funds, and that works out pretty well as well. So I have that taken care of. You can check out my weekly check-in week 1, and I explain it there as well if you want to see that. And that is it. That is my sinking funds and savings tracker for the month of April, and yeah, we're good to go. I'm excited about this month. It seems like it's going to be a pretty decent low spend month as far as the different categories. These two normally come out because those are bills. This I needed to pay back. It was actually from last month, but I did the moving of the money this month. So yeah, we're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.